Good morning, everyone. We are Team 13, and the topic we will be discussing is PCAR Part 13 Accident.
INCID, or also known as incident.
Subpart A is general. This discusses 13.001 applicability, which in general says that it is applicable when they involve civil aircraft registered or operated by the Republic of the Philippines. When they occur in the Republic of the Philippines, conformance to the international standards for accident and incident reporting. It is also applicable to organizations and operators, all government agencies, all persons associated with the safe operations of aircraft, the general public having relevant information, and all technical persons that participate in the investigation. In 13.010, all acronyms and abbreviations that can be seen pertaining to this part are as follows. Subpart A 13.015 Purpose of investigation is to A. Prevent accident and incident. B. No blame or liability shall be apportioned and the investigation shall remain separate from any administrative or judicial proceedings. C. Find causes and have investigating authorities for gathering, recording, and analysis, protection of investigation records, determination of cause or contributing factors, and lastly, for the completion of the final report.
The second topic to be discussed is Subpart B. For Subpart B, personal responsibility, accident and incident initial reporting. For 13.020 applicability, the subpart is applicable to the operators and individuals involved in the accident or incident that happens in the Philippines and its airspace or outside the Philippines but involves a Philippine aircraft or an AOC. Then the relevant person shall send notice to the chairman by quickest means of operation and communication, and in case an accident occurs in the Philippines, should notify the police in that area. For 13.025, immediate notification, the operator of any Philippine registered civil aircraft or any state aircraft should notify the authority or chairman when an accident or incident happens. And the initial notification requirement also applies when an aircraft is overdue and is believed to be in an accident. For 13.030, the content of the notification, the notice to the chairman should contain the following information. First is the abbreviation of accident and incident, then the identification of aircraft, then the name of the owner, then followed by the qualification of the pilot in command and the nationality of the crew and passengers. After that is the date and time, the last point of departure and the point of intended landing, then the position of the aircraft, which includes the latitude and longitude, then the numbers of crew and passengers, then a description of the accident and incident, followed by the indication to what extent the investigation will be conducted. After that is the physical characteristics of the area, then the identification of the originating authority and means to contact the investigator in charge, followed by the presence and description of dangerous goods. And then we have where an accident other than a serious incident happens in the Philippines and outside the Philippines, the relevant persons should notify the authority or chairman using the fastest means available in writing. So for 13.035, which is the relevant persons, the relevant person actually pertains to the owner, operator, or the pilot in command as well as the hire of the aircraft at the time of the accident and incident. And where the accident or incident occurs, then the owner of or the operator of the aerodrome. For the 13.040, the forwarding by the operator of an accident or incident report, the operator of a civil state or foreign aircraft should file a report within 10 days after the accident or incident, or 7 days if an overdue aircraft is still missing. An operator incident report on an accident should be filed to the chairman as required by notice. And then for the 13.045, the crew member statement, each crew, if they are physically able, should give their statement to the facts and conditions of what happened. And if the crew member is incapacitated, he should submit the statement as soon as he is able to. For the 13.050, where to file the reports, the operator of an aircraft should file the initial notification of accident or incident report with the chairman through the authority. Thank you.
In this subpart, we're going to talk about the actions upon receiving the receipt of the notification. First is when the accident or incident occurs in the Republic of the Philippines. The chairman or the investigator in charge shall send out a notification of accident or serious incident that includes the contracting state, that is state of registry, state of operator, the state of design or state of manufacture, The maximum takeoff mass of the aircraft that is involved in an accident or incident shall be 2250 kilograms, or a turbojet-powered airplane. After that, inform the states whether an investigation will be performed or is intended to assign to another contracting state, and the means through which he and the investigator in charge may be contacted. As soon as it is practicable to do so, provide the states referred in subparagraph A1 with any other information referred in 13.030A, which becomes subsequently available to the chairman, and any other known relevant information pertaining to accident or serious incident. And remember that the notification shall be plain language and contain as much of information. And lastly, the collection of recording of information shall not be delayed to await the arrival of an accredited representative. And when the accident or incident occurs outside the Republic of the Philippines, involving a Republic of the Philippines aircraft or an aircraft operated by a Republic of the Philippines operator, the chairman shall first acknowledge the receipt of the notification, where the state of occurrence, state of registry, or state of the operator, which is investigating the accident or serious incident, is a contracting state. Provide the state with the following information with the least possible delay: any relevant information regarding the aircraft, flight crew involved in the accident or serious incident, and if the Republic of the Philippines is the state of the operator, the details of any dangerous goods on board. And lastly, inform the state if the authority intends to appoint or has appointed an accredited representative, and if such accredited representative will be or has been appointed and will be traveling to the state in which the investigation is being carried out, the contact details and the expected date of arrival of the accredited representative in such state.
The fourth topic is PCAR Part 13, Subpart D, entitled The Preservation of Wreckage and Records. PCAR Part 13.065 is concerned with individual access. During an accident or incident investigation, the authority and authorized persons are the only ones who can enter, exit, have an access towards the aircraft, its contents, and the accident or incident site, and conduct an investigation internally and externally. Persons involved are particularly the chairman, investigator in charge or IIC, authorized persons assigned by the chairman or IIC, and military personnel authorized by the Armed Forces of the Philippines Chief of Staff or Commander relating to military aircraft. PCAR Part 13.070 is concerned with investigations conducted without the presence temporarily of the chairman or IIC. The operator and pilot in command is responsible for the preservation and protection of aircraft wreckage, its contents, and the accident site itself. However, all persons involved in the rescue, search, and investigation of an accident should be held responsible for the preservation, protection, retainment, and safe custody of the aircraft and its contents. PCAR Part 13.075 is concerned with the safe custody of the aircraft wreckage, mail, or cargo prior to the entrance of the chairman or authorized representative, meaning that the wreckage, mail, or cargo cannot be disturbed or moved unless it concerns the removal of persons or animals injured or trapped, to protect the wreckage from further damage, and to protect the public from injury. The next one on the right side of the presentation is concerned with the creation of sketches, descriptive notes, and taking of photographs as a means of preservation of evidence from their original positions, condition of the wreckage, and its significant impact marks. For moving of aircraft, the chairman or the IAC may order the moving or removal of the aircraft when the accident or incident becomes a danger or obstruction to the public, air navigation, or other transport. However, if there is an event of non-compliance from the owner, operator, or hirer, the chairman or the IAC may remove or cause the removal of the aircraft. Other concerns include preservation of evidence, extricate persons, animals, meals, and valuables, returning of aircraft to service, and the removal of any dangerous goods or material. PCAR Part 13.080 is concerned with the safe access of aircraft. However, if an aircraft is in a body of water, the aircraft is subjected to a place that is appropriate for investigation. The investigator in charge should facilitate access to the aircraft. PCAR Part 13.085 is concerned with the removal of goods or passenger baggage wherein it is subjected to the supervision of a police officer not below the rank of Inspector of Police. Meanwhile, the release of goods or passenger baggage from the custody of the chairman or the IAC is subjected to clearance by an officer of customs if the aircraft has come from a place outside the Republic of the Philippines. From the displayed presentation, Korean Air Flight 631 has a case that led to the obstruction of air transport and ground support. On the other hand, US Airways Flight 1549er is in a body of water which may need immediate removal of the aircraft, the passengers, animals, and etc.
For the first implementing standard, I will be discussing 13.175-1, Mandatory Incident Reports, Aircraft Flight Operations. This involves letter A, occurrences during operations of an aircraft. For example, go around issues, loss of control, loss of position awareness, and runway incursions. Letter B. Occurrences resulting in emergencies, including fire, explosion, smoke, or toxic or noxious fumes, even though the fire were extinguished. And the use of non-standard procedure by flight or cabin crew to deal with an emergency when number 1, procedure exists but is not used. Number 2, procedure does not exist. Number 3, the procedure exists but is incomplete or inappropriate. Number 4, the procedure is incorrect. Number 5, the incorrect procedure is used. For letter C, we have occurrences involving crew incapacitation. Example, incapacitation prior to departure, or incapacitation which renders them unable to perform essential emergency procedures. Letter D, occurrences involving injury. Lastly, letter G, other occurrences involving bird strike, repetition of same occurrences, wake turbulence, and any other type of occurrence that endangers or would endanger the aircraft or its occupants.
Next is the IS 13.175-2. For IS 13.175-2, also known as the Mandatory Incident Reports Aircraft Technical, some examples are going to be given to the 7 sections under it. First, the structural occurrences includes a damage to the principal structural element. The aircraft system occurrences includes the loss or defect of any system. Next is the propulsion. Example is flame out of any engine, followed by the occurrences including rotors and transmissions includes the damage or defect of the main rotor gearbox, followed by the occurrences including APUs in which a failure when the APU is required to be available, followed by the human factor occurrences in which any incident or inadequacy of aircraft design could lead to an error, which is the same matter for the final one, which is the other technical occurrences. Thank you.
Implementing Standard 13.175-3, Mandatory Incident Reports, Air Navigation Occurrences. First one is the near collision incidents where one aircraft and another aircraft, the ground, a vehicle, person, or object are perceived to be too close to each other. B. Potential for collision or near collision. C. Air traffic management specific occurrences. One example of this is inability to provide air traffic services. D. ATC. Air traffic control, navigation, and communication. E. An aircraft was or could have been endangered by impairment of any member of Arante staff. Example of this is ATC, flight dispatchers, and maintenance. F. ATC overload. G. Failure or unplanned shutdown of major operational ATC computer system, requiring reversion to manual backup and resulting in disruption to the normal flow of air traffic.
Implementing Standard 13.220 entitled The Protection of Accident and Incident Investigation Records is concerned with giving out limitations to prevent any form of consequences for relevant persons or organizations. Non-disclosure of audio or image recordings to the public ensures that the relevant contents should only be used for the purpose of investigation. Next is administration of the balance test, refers to the use and determination by the competent authority of the impact the disclosure or use of accident and incident investigation records may have on current or future investigations and records. Additionally, the reasons for the termination should be recorded when administering the balancing test. Next one, the final report is also limited wherein its only purpose is for the prevention of accidents and incidents. Then, accident and incident investigation personnel should not give any sort of influencing opinions in matters of blame or liability in civil, criminal, administrative, or disciplinary proceedings.
And that is our last reporter. Once again, we are Team 13, and what we have discussed to you is PCAR Part 13. Thank you so much for listening, and good luck on all of your endeavors.